J45, it's the homie Gray Rizzy in the building. And look, man, it's the Lord's Day special. You already know we out here, but it's a special we out here because whenever the Bronx is in the building, we got to stop everything, roll out the red carpet, because we representing home. And you heard that little because he's kind of humble right now. A little humble right now.
Yeah.
But
I'm always humble, man.
This guy is one of the greatest to ever do it, man, and I'm just so happy to call him my brother. Fat Joe is in the building.
My brother, man.
What's up, man?
We rep the Bronx, you know what I'm saying?
All day, every day.
It is what it is, man. Just excited, man. You know me, I always come good spirits.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? I always come, happy, loving life. We got a new one.
And productive. Always productive.
Yeah, we can't play with these people, man.
Joe, I always get calls all the time like, yo, man, I want to come through. All right, what's up? What we promoting? No, I just want to come hang out with you. Nah, bro, we can't do that right now. We can hang out outside of the building.
We got to be selling something.
Something.
We got to get some type of money.
When you're talking to 35 plus million people, you better be selling something.
Oh, my God.
Selling something.
35 million. They got the numbers and everything up here.
One thing I learned in the business, you got to throw out them stats. While you pitching, you got to throw out them stats.
You know who taught us that? I think who taught us that was Kanye West. When Kanye West was like, pre-Donald Trump. He was
before.
He was like, yo, you got to talk about you got to talk about, celebrate your wins. Because if you don't talk about it, nobody going to say it.
Who
know
will?
What I'm saying? So you got to let them know what's really going down.
We were just playing something, and producer Michelle was saying, like, I really think Kanye might be the best self-promoter out here.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best out here to do it.
Yeah, he's one of them. I've been like tracking this back to Muhammad Ali. I've been tracking the trolling system.
How it works.
Now
the
that they
ins
got
and the outs.
Yeah, now that they defined it. They defined it as trolling. They on CNN talking about Donald Trump is trolling the president of. I
just saw this. I saw it when I was walking past the conservative side.
It's in the white people dictionary for sure right now.
You got his picture right up there.
Called trolling,
like this with the little head to the side.
I think the first troll was Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest human beings ever lived. I think he was the original because he would go in there and call you ugly all the time. He try to take all your fans, because then I was thinking about the Floyd Mayweather 50 thing. So I was like, damn, Floyd Mayweather, because if you watch Floyd Mayweather and Mexican Day, Cinco de Mayo, he wear the Mexican, he get on your nerves.
Wear that sombrero.
When you meet him, he's the greatest guy in the world. You be like, yo, he's trolling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think I go back to Muhammad Ali is probably the greatest troll ever.
Ever to do it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he would back it up, though. He'd get in that ring and back it up.
It's beautiful, too.
It's an art.
Muhammad Ali was beautiful. He was face. He was beautiful. No homo or whatever you want to call it. Pause. He was fucking beautiful.
Well, I know.
Muhammad Ali was beautiful, boy.
When that guy started talking, man, like obviously, I was young watching him, but when he got to talking, especially them big fight, Thriller Manila and all that good shit, man, listen.
And he was like really, he was really standing up for injustices and all that. So,
right.
At a time where you really die for that.
Right.
It's a miracle.
Sacrifice.
God bless him. It's a miracle he didn't get killed, Muhammad Ali.
Big time sacrifices.
Miracle. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all these guys was getting popped off. John F. Kennedy.
They were taking them out.
They was taking them out. Like
Robert Kennedy, man. They were taking them out.
Whoever was in charge of taking out the leaders that were vocal, like Muhammad Ali somehow. He must have been a great fight fan, a big boxing fan. And he was like,
we can't touch him. We can't touch a champ.
For real.
It's like, yo, you can't touch a champ.
For real. It must have been somebody who was like, yo, you can't touch him. Like, not him.
I'm sure he got the threats, but, by the grace of God, he was able to make it through, man. Just like yourself, man. Like, when we're talking about the Bronx, I want to be very clear about some things. The Bronx is a beautiful place now. It's still not, there's no fucking jacks that need to be fronted out there. Still, you can walk through certain places of New York with your little fucking flip-flops and little Yorkie dog if you want. The Bronx is one of those places they'll check you real quick and still say have a good day. But the time that we're talking about, Forest Projects, grace of God, you made it through all that, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, I ran the neighborhood, so it was different for me. Like
You know what? Can we have a real conversation? I heard
I'm having a real conversation.
This is the thing. I always wanted to ask this question for you, and it is a real conversation. But I heard you on another station, and I know some people were asking questions from a standpoint of I've heard, you know. Now I've been on 149th Street and heard you should have saw what the fuck Joe just did in real time,
like in real time,
like. Like, what do you think the difference of times right now, man? Like, I
met Percy in kindergarten, and the way I met Percy, my brother Percy, we met in kindergarten, and we met because we used to go every day to the principal's office. So basically, we went to school in the principal's office. Me and this dude.
This is the meetup right here.
I swear to God, like, and you know, it was survival of the fittest. First of all, either you're gonna bully or you're gonna get bullied. Or you either gonna be food or you gonna eat, and we wasn't born pussy. You know what I mean? So even though I used to fight, I used to get beat up. I told him he'd be laughing at me all the time. My whole junior high school, I used to get beat up by 20 niggas every day. But it was because I wasn't pussy. First, like they would be like 3 o'clock. I'd be like, all right, nigga. And I come outside, swing on the toughest nigga, and they pound me out.
Right.
Like it was like, you know, that's where I grew up. It made me tough. It changed my life. Like I was just like, you know, if I was born in the suburbs, I probably would have been a doctor or a lawyer. All jokes aside, I would have been that. You know what I'm saying? But where I grew up, it was like, yo, niggas, it was hard out there, man. It was like you had to stand up. There was no other way around it.
What do you think? We were just talking about trolling and stuff. Like, there's a lot of shit that we see happen socially, but in real life, it probably won't ever happen.
Never.
In your case, you've seen it on the other side where it was real fucking life, and now you're able to look back and say, like, man, do you ever say to like these young guys or young artists, maybe some cats that are close to you, like, oh man, that ain't nothing. Don't even fucking sweat that shit. That's whatever.
I don't know, because I'm sentimental about certain things. You know what I mean? Whenever 50 Cent would talk about my wife, I want to catch him so bad. Like, you know what I mean? So I know where the social media is, but I know how it could get out of hand. Like, right. I feel like him and Floyd's beef was cool up till today. The shit I saw today, I was like, all right, that's it. We'll never see these niggas again. Right. And it might be some type of pushing and shoving wherever they see each other, because is keeping it real gone too far.
There's a line that's been crossed.
It's a big line that's been crossed. So my thing is, like, you know what I mean, with this social media, I don't know what these people do. I know if you disrespect me, you're gonna pay for it. You gotta pay for it. That's always been my motto, man. It's sad, man. I don't want people to feel like that out there in the world or nothing, but you front on me, you gonna pay.
But I think there's an understanding that's out there. People go to fucking push what they feel like they could push. People go to respect what they know they gotta respect.
And there's always crazy niggas. You better believe it. There's always niggas who don't believe it. I had niggas come tell me, yo, you're a pussy. I'm like, listen.
Straight up.
I said, yeah. I'm like, yo, I don't gotta be. No, I'm like, yo, bro, like, why me? Right. Nah, my uncle told me you pussy and I know it. And I'm like, yo, Papi, we both bought equal. Fuck that, nigga. You okay. Okay, like, all right.
Like, why do you want to do this today?
You want to dance? I used to tell these niggas.
Oh,
what's
my
up?
God.
I tell all of them. I tell everyone. I be begging these niggas, him, all of them. I tell them all. I be like, yo, man, let me ask you something. Niggas be like, well, I said, why do we gotta bother those guys when we know they kill? Like, why y'all want to start beef with the guys that kill? Right. Like, we already know they kill. Like, so you know what that means. You gotta take it to that level. I'm like, yo, we don't need to talk to these niggas, man. Like, you know. And
let's leave them alone. Let's go mess with these ladies over here.
Unless we have to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes, 9 times out of 10, when the toughest niggas on earth get killed, is because they forced it. They really forced it. I'll give you 2 examples, right? And I'll tell you real quick. Probably one of the realest niggas I ever met in my history of mankind, of anything. Like, I mean, gangsters. And trust me, I met some scary individuals. was Anthony Wolf Jones, right? The Puffy's man, Wolf.
Big Wolf.
Wolf. Wolf went to war with the illest niggas on earth, survived or whatever. But my understanding is when he got killed, he was outside of a club waiting for these niggas with his man, but they had 30 niggas in there. They sent them 10,000 messages that they didn't want the beef, they don't want no problem. And he forced the shit. And then somebody came up from behind and killed him. Like, he forced that. And this is one of the most respected, I went to his funeral and cried every day like a man because I love him. This is my brother, but he forced it. There's another guy I respect very, very, very much from the Bronx. He's a legend. His name, Tito. And Tito is like, when I talk about Tito from Corley, Tito was one of the most respected. Like, he ate the feds. Like, here's a stocky Puerto Rican nigga tatted up, and he just you do not want to walk on the same sidewalk.
Just cross the street.
Like, you just don't.
In fact, go 2 blocks up and just keep on walking.
Every nigga of mine who was in the feds was like, yo, your man Tito got the beach chair out in the Kool-Aid. Like, he's destroying. He was a menace to society. And Tito Cruz, and living legend, Kingpin, he came home. He stabbed the nigga like 70 times. They argued in the bathroom. 70, not 7, not 10, not 17, not 20, 70 times. The nigga lived. And then Tito goes back to the club like 6 months later. And the owner comes out and says, yo, Tito, the kid you stabbed up? He's in there.
He's in there.
I don't give a fuck. I'm that nigga. You know what it is. But he ain't had a ham on him. You know who I am. And they gave it to him. Some niggas just force it. Like the realest niggas on earth. They force it.
Well, I'm glad you didn't force it. All the shit I heard, I was like, not Fat Joe.
I always had a getaway plan.
Not that
Trust
Saint.
me. I done been in buildings and I'm like, all right. Who used to fuck me up all the time? My wife. Because my wife would be like, if you're a real nigga, you don't need a crew with you. So it would be like one day out the week, especially in New York, when we live in New York, she'd be like, yo, take me to the club, and I don't want all these niggas with us. So I would go to the club with her too deep, and a million percent I would see the niggas we stomped out last week 100 deep in there, and I'd be like,
oh, man.
I'd be like, all right, you satisfied? Those the niggas we beat up last week.
In the back of your head, were you like a quarterback? Did you have the countdown in your head?
Nah, I gotta call niggas up and be like, yo, when I come outside, be out there super heavy, my nigga.
Be ready.
It's ugly, man. Very rare I give the distress call. Very, very rare. Like almost impossible to give a distress call for me. But when I give it, oh no. They move like something else. Like, you might as well, when you look at Fat Joe, know there's 150 niggas 10 minutes away. I could be at a church. That phone call go out, it's 150 niggas coming.
Shit,
I'm telling you, yo, one time, remember that? On the plane?
Well, hold on to that real quick. I want to get into some music because I got to hear about this plane shit. This is some FAA shit right here. Hold on to that real quick. We're going to be right back. It's Shade 45. Fat Joe's in the building. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it.